Hey people, Infantry here, 1v1, Hive City, blue team, or blue side even. It's Sindri Myr, or Myr, plays a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, lots of great manipulation and control abilities, and a decent amount of offense. Large-ish map. It's hard to tell proportions though compared to others. It seems rather large. No double scouts for Blessed Spartan though. I thought he'd go double shotguns for sure, especially when he saw the double heretics. No sign of it yet. Keeping his tactical marines near his force commander, which is generally a good idea. You can buff them up with the battle cry and save them from heretics with your special attacks and stuff, just maneuvering around these pipes and going towards the power. Is he going to get a flame up for a quick bash? What is Sindri going to do here? Does he go and defend, or does he push forward and gain some ground? Looks like he's going to push forward. Devastators on the way now for Blessed Spartan. Are we going to see Raptors up for Sindri? Can support them with the Sword of Flame. So it's usually used on heretics. These guys are getting shot to pieces by scouts and tactical marines, and now they're going to get caught in retreat by these tactical marines who can melee them. Can they finish them off though? Wow, I thought they'd get another model at least. And the heretics live. 13 hit points on 2 models. Force Commander meanwhile has not given up on smacking this node for the Emperor, and he's going to take it down and probably get the decap hit. Sindri not defending at all. Instead, the Sorcerer is floating around on the northwest corner. Has seen those Devastators. I think that's why he's backing away. Might just see the vestments of the Walk to teleport in on them. That's risky. He's trying to get in there. This is really risky. Set up teams with suppression weapons like that, doing more damage the closer you get. Tactical Marines might drop a model too. Why are they backing away here? It's because they saw those double heretics, must have been. Triple cap right now for Sindri. And Force Commander takes that natural power. That's pretty annoying. Is he going to node it? I think he should node it. It's double CSM, double heretics for Sindri. Force Commander eats a Doom Blast. Really good way to use your heretics early on against the Force Commander. It's just a Doom Blast and run away. Doom Blast and run away and attack something else. Because that battle cry is so annoying, doing 40 damage, I think, with his special. Maybe not quite that much, but heretics only have 75 hit points, and this is 2.4.1, where heretics were nerfed in the form of XP. They now give more XP for being killed, so you're feeding your enemy more experience to their units when you wade into combat and lose models. 479, 401. Kraken bolts on these tactical marines. Are they going to chase forward? No, they don't. Gets the power back, and Sindri floats towards the mid. Vessels of the Walk is up. You can tell because of that upward arrow above the Sorcerer's icon. That's the teleportation or jump decorator. Basically means he has some kind of ability that gives great mobility. He could be the burrowing or something as well. Force Commander back on the field, just got repurchased, and we've lost the indicator for him, so it might be tricky to spot. Havocs take the Devastators, sorry, take the garrison. Teleporting away is the Sorcerer and Assault Marines hitting the field for Blessed Spartan. Death Company Assault Marines. Looking pretty cool. 448, 401. It's a 2-1 for Blessed Spartan. It's a cagey opening. Nobody really committing to a big engagement yet, as you'd expect early on in a 1v1, I suppose. This power's got 2 gens. Scouts floating around the map and capping stuff. And he's gone for the 1-1-1. Devastators, Assault Marines with the Tactical Marines can be incredibly effective. You can position and move your units around effectively. Devastators facing the wrong way, and even if they do, Vessel to the Warp could easily and immediately tie them up, and now he has Sword of Flame to put Coruscating Flame on his heretics to go after those Assault Marines. Coruscating Flame, I think it gives a damage resistance buff, but it also emanates a damage of a time effect around the target. It's one of the only buffs that Chaos have access to. 411, 401. Devastators have now faced the right direction, and there is the teleport right into a special attack, and he's sort of domino knockback there. Can he get a model? Yes. What's the DPS of this thing? 44 melee DPS, so not super high, but as you can see there, does 5 piercing damage every second for 5 seconds. It's an extra 25 piercing damage on the end of that. I'm not sure if it stacks. Does it say? No. I'm guessing from those stats it doesn't stack up, because that would be pretty nuts. 392, 401 is tier 2 for Blessed Spartan. I'm sure he'd love to go straight into a Dreadnought, but we might see the Librarian to support those Devastators. I want to see double Blood Crushers from Sindri, but I doubt we will. We could get one up with 250 Rex, 60 power now. So 2 of them for 500, 120. Not too bad. Would have liked to have seen a power cost reduction and or a production time reduction, but don't think it's going to happen with the Blood Crusher being so quick and synergizing with Worship. Get that thing out quickly, and it's so powerful, so there's those artificial limiters to its production time and stuff to keep it out of the field for a little bit. Blessed Spartan hits tier 2, floating a whole pile of requisition, over 500. Looks like he doesn't want the Librarian. Wow, I thought that was a certain buy. What's he going to go for? No Razorback either. 390, triple 3, triple cap as well for Sindri. There's the jump. Lots of triple caps trading hands here. Something just got forced off on the eastern corner. I think it was Sorcerer forcing off Scouts. Heretics in amongst some Devastators. Can they get a model? You saw the melee resistance really coming into effect there. Might have completely lost those Devastators without it. Assault Marines standing firm against Heretics. Does not get an Assault Marine Sergeant up either. What is he up to? I thought he'd immediately get Librarian and Sergeant for Veil of Time for the Devastators and Merciless Strike, but he got neither. Ouch. Assault Marines dropping models on retreat to these aspiring champion Heretics. Heretics doing a lot of work for Sindri, and there is the Dreadnought. He went straight for the Dreadnought. 390, 268. That is a ballsy move. Sindri can respond. He does have the resources to respond. Could get Lascan and Havocs up, though the Assault Marines might make that annoying. He could counter-initiate quite well, though. Maybe double Plague Marines. Double Plague Marines got a little bit better since they got buffed. More health regen and some extra piercing damage. CSM will outshoot these Scouts quite easily, so they are backing away. But I don't think Sindri actually spotted them there. Look at the map. Looking very blue. Force Commander back out on the field and is retaking what I suppose is the natural VP, but it's pretty far away, as you can see there. But yeah, as I said before, pretty cool looking map and seems to play well. I'm not sure why it's not liked, or seemingly not liked. It doesn't even seem to be put into the map pools for tournaments or anything. It's not just custom games where it's not played. It's not played anywhere apart from here right now. Scout's gonna cap. Might want to get another Scout just to help him with this capping war. Dreadnought is now marching down the northwestern edge. Looking pretty cool with the Blood Angels Elite scheme. Banner on top. Melee resistance. 2 Dreadnought Claws and a wrist-mounted flamer. What else do you want? Sorcerer still level 1. Half of his XP bar. Force gone a little bit more and has gone for the teleporter back. Obviously to stop whatever Sindri gets to combat the Dreadnought from firing its weapon. And that is Plague Marines. So you can teleport in and tie up those guys. Might not kill too many models, but he's going to tie them up and stop them firing that snaring missile launcher where it's all kicking off it. Full retreat out from Sindri is this. Heretics are joining the fight pretty late. That might have been a misclick retreating those CSM because they had full health. Plague Marines are getting shots. Force Commander gets right in there though. And Assault Marines almost got away with 4 models and 200 hit points. That would have been very, very annoying. Plague Marines are still managing to get the odd missile off here. Teleports after those Assault Marines and they get away with just 2 models. Now the Plague Marines are forced off. Does he get something else to fight the Dreadnought? That's the big question now. Does he get Havocs up? Maybe with an autocannon. Heretics again doing a great job. Came into the fight late but caught those Assault Marines and they were relatively lucky to get away there. Scouts taking this VP. It's gonna look like, I think, a 2-to-1 cap for Blessed Spartan, all said and done. Only has 2 generators up here, Sindri, spread across 2 nodes, and goes tier 3. He wants a tank. Is that a good... Oh, Force Commander's gone for the Thunderhammer. I was going to say, is that a good idea with a potential Power Fist, but the Thunderhammer is up, which most likely means he is at least going to be reluctant to drop 250 on a Power Fist. But that is going to wreck those Heretics, that's for sure. They're not going to be nearly as effective. There you see the 50% knockback chance going off twice. Wow. The Dead Sorcerer, no, teleports out. 368, 179. Force Commander not interested in capping. Is he going for the power? Or is he just not paying attention? Plague Marines trying to get shots on that Dreadnought, who has gone for the Assault Cannon here. Needs to be tied up. Tactical Marines need to tie up. No, it's the Assault Marines that are going. In fact, the Dreadnought wading into melee combat. I think there is the Circle of Summoning or Demonic Summoning or whatever it's called, giving you blood letters every few seconds for 15 seconds, I think. Also allows you to reinforce your units while it's active. So it's incredibly good global, I think. Dreadnought still lives. Assault Marines are forced off though. This might be the end of the Dreadnought right here. Plague Marines need to keep moving forward. They get another shot. Here comes the Force Commander to tie them up. Where's the battle cry? Has he used it? Wants to keep them on their back, I would think. And he forces them off. The Dreadnought lives. I thought for sure it was going down there. I guess he figured he just wouldn't be able to get away from that hammer. Even if he did start moving away, he could hit battle cry and get those specials. Now the scouts have a hell of a lot of repairing to do. Got down to almost 100 hit points. Now a librarian for Blessed Spartan. And Sindri is in tier 3. No sign of the tank. Oh, he doesn't have the resources for the tank I'm expecting. But we'll see. Much red. No, can't really get Terminators up. Just spent a bunch reinforcing, I think. Oh, he got double Aspiring Champions, I should say, for his CSM for Slaughter. Slaughter now starts on cooldown, of course. So you can't use it immediately when the CSM Aspiring Champion pops up. That is some strange pathing decisions from these Heretics. Is that one of the reasons why this map isn't liked? Is the pathing a little bit weird on the edges here? 257, 179 Librarian lets out his smite. Now starts fighting some Heretics. Does around about 50 DPS power melee, I believe, with his default Force Sword. Can get up to just over 70 DPS power melee with the staff, and gets a pretty decent ranged attack with that as well. Uh-oh. Blessed Spartan not paying attention to his CSM. To his ASM, I should say. Double CSM now trying to outshoot Devastators, and they take a model, but here comes the Dreadnought. That would have been a very, very nasty barrage if they didn't retreat out there. Plague Marines pushing forward again, keeping on harassing this Dreadnought, and why not? They're so durable. Look at their health flying up to 4.6 health per second regen, I believe it is. And of course that's per model, so if all of the models have taken damage, their health goes absolutely ballistic on their portrait there. A lot of red for Blessed Spartan. Might be time to start using those for the Emperors. I think it was reduced to just 50 red for 2.4. And as always, if you haven't already, go and check the notes. There's loads of them, and I'm not going to remember them all and get stuff wrong and all that. Assault Marine is down to 2 models. Is he going to bring them mid and drop a pod or something to reinforce all his stuff? Don't think so. Plasma gun up, if you didn't see it, for the Tactical Marines, up to 30 DPS plasma. It used to be 26 for the longest time, but now it does even more damage. I think it got a cost reduction a little while ago. That could be wrong though. Sorcerer in amongst the Devastators. There's Veil of Time, quickly used, but can he get away from that Sorcerer? Down goes a Librarian. Just took his eyes off him for a second after using Veil of Time, and down he goes. A decent barrage. Didn't knock back the Plague Marines though. Can the Dreadnought survive? It's now going into melee combat to try and tie up those Plague Marines. Tactical Marines need to get the hell out of here. 223 167. Looks like they are going to get away. Where's the Force Commander? Here he is. Slaughter is active on the CSM. Such an awesome skill. And can he get a squad on retreat? It's going to be close. 7 hit points. One more burst might do it, and it does do it. Sindri dropping a CSM. Also dropping Heretics somewhere around it, but now has Chaos Terminators on the field. Are they going to get claws? Yes, they are. Immediately goes for the claws. That's going to rip through those ASM. Also rip through the Force Commander, since the Thunderhammer won't knock them back. And they're going after the Dreadnought here. Nice special from the Dreadnought. This Dreadnought does not have melee resistance to those Power Claws. Lightning Claws, I should say. Despite not being a heavy melee weapon, are doing a hell of a lot of damage, as you can see. 70 DPS each model with a 15 damage splash, I think it is, on the claws. Might be even a little bit more than that. 201 167 is a 1-to-1 cap, and Sindri did not get the tank I expected. I still think it would have been a better choice. Terminators are taking a hell of a lot of damage here. Plague Marines need to be tied up because they're getting shots on that Dreadnought. It's very much focused on the Terminators, and now does tie up the Plague Marines. Tactical Marines, again, a little bit slow to move there. There's so much red, Blessed Spartan. I'm sure he'd love to get into tier 3 and get his own Assault Terminators up. Dead Dreadnought, surely now. Lightning Core Terminators are on it, and they're going to finish it off, I think. Yes. 201 147. And now they teleport away. They soaked up so much damage. Got down to around about 1,000 hit points, and still 3 models standing. Are they going to walk all the way back to base though? Because that is quite a trek. Librarian number 2 is on capping duty. Killed a bunch of heretics there, I think. Are those guys going to go after him? Looks like they're not. Doesn't want to drop a model since it's really expensive to reinforce Terminators. He's floating a lot of resources here, Sindri. Going for something big and fat and green, maybe. The Grand Clean one could be on the way. Though a Phobos would be pretty damn good too. 201 106. I think you should get double Predators up. Work towards those double Predators for 900, 250 or whatever it is for 2 of them. Librarian has taken the VP there. So 1-to-1. Contested is up for grabs, and it's Aspiring Champion CSM who are going after it, but they're suppressed, and here comes a Thunderhammer Force Commander who's just so freaking scary. 62.5 power melee DPS on that thing, as you can see, with an amazing 360 knockback special that tracks and I think does 40 power melee damage. Put all those things together and it's an amazing weapon. 360 and tracking and good damage on it. Phobos is on the way for Sindri, and Blessed Spartan got a Dreadnought, and I imagine he's going to keep this one melee to fight those Terminators, but the Phobos is not what he's going to like to see. He might have to get the Power Fist up and maybe get a missile launcher going here. Could also get the Thunder and Lightning for a Melter Bomb and a las cannon. So he's got the potential to get a hell of a lot of anti-vehicle up relatively quickly. Here's a drop pod to reinforce his stuff, and it's the global one. That's the one that contains Tactical Marines. A big change for 2.4 is that all of the Space Marine commanders now have an inherent ability within the character itself that allows them to pull down a drop pod that only reinforces for, I think it's 100 rec, 200 zeal. It might be 200 rec, 100 zeal. Pretty damn good choice they have there though. Plague Marines getting shots, taking out some pipe work in the meantime. Scouts need to be diligent with their repairs, I think, but they're actually capping now some Tzeentch worship, hiding some very scary Chaos Terminators, waiting for the Phobos to come out onto the field. And here it is. All of the Land Raiders, I believe, got a speed increase, or was it only the Redeemer? Might have only been the Redeemer that got a speed increase, but it got nerfs to its health regen support. But anyway, big engagement here. 176, 101. Assault Marines jumping in. They do not have Thunder and Lightning. Only now has he seen the Phobos, and the Phobos is wrecking that Dreadnought. It can shoot even at close range its las cannons, I believe, so you can't, it's not like you can tie it up in melee, as it were, by getting too close. That's a dead Dreadnought. Did quite a lot of work though. Assault Marines whapping out heretics. Those CSM just about getting away, perhaps lucky to do so, but this Phobos is painful. It's anti-large target, but those las cannons will hit your infantry a hell of a lot of times. Plague Marines now being tied up and persuaded not to cap, but this guy is pretty stubborn. Oh, now they're knocked off it. It's a single. Sindri's lost a lot of stuff here. He still has the Phobos, but lost a lot of infantry. Scouts need to run away. Double Tactical Marines of Blessed Spartan. He's got a missile launcher, but only one of them. And these guys getting away with 3 models. Level 4 Tactical Marines. They do lose a model though on retreat, and I guess he didn't want to try and cap under Phobos fire. The Chaos Terminators, did they whack the Devastators? What were they up to? No idea. Or they just go for that cap or something. It's a double. Gonna be a triple for Sindri Myr, or Myr, however it is. Looking out of red for Blessed Spartan. Can't get into tier 3 for a nuke though. Has it been using for the Emperor? Has it been using any red whatsoever apart from that drop pod? Power Fist is up on the Force Commander, and that is specifically to hunt down that Phobos, get flesh over steel, and allow the AV that he does have. Las Cannon is up to do its thing. Doesn't want to fight those guys. Nothing the Force Commander has can fight those guys. Nothing pretty much any infantry has can fight Lightning Claw Terminators. But if you get enough of them like this, you can. Librarian is in there. Needs to put Veil of Time on those devs to get them out of there. No, doesn't matter. There's a double cap, and I didn't even realise the VPs were that low. Sindri takes it. Pretty cool game. Lots of jockeying for position early on, spreading out and capping. And Blessed Spartan, his Dreadnoughts let him down, I think. The Plague Marines did really well for Sindri. Didn't quite have the repairs. I think another scout really would have helped out Blessed Spartan. And the Librarian loss obviously didn't help out very much. But hey, as I said, I think it's pretty damn rusty right now. Blessed Spartan hasn't played for a while. Pretty competent 1v1 player otherwise, to say the least. The Sorcerer got to level 3 with Sword of Flame and Vestments of the Warp, and the Force Commander level 5 had the Fist at the end, Artificer and Teleporter pack. And there you have it guys, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.